All I remember when we walked through the door was the screaming. These pigs were screaming. It's one of those sounds you never forget. It's in the same way you hear babies crying in distress. I'm a bloke who likes to know where his next meal's coming from.
Mike King, comedian, once the affable poster boy of the pork industry.
It means it meets our strict standards and is grown right here in God's own, not God knows where.
Tonight he declares war on the people who once employed him.
Crate farming should be outlawed immediately.
Here's why. Animal rights campaigners have shown him how thousands of New Zealand sows live like this in crates. Pigs like these can be contained for the duration of their lives.
I will not be a party to this brutality, this callous, evil treatment of pigs. It's disgusting and it needs to stop.
And here's what turned him. Mike King, under the cover of darkness, breaks into an unidentified pig farm filmed by Open Rescue, an underground animal rights group.
These farms are quite secretive. You know, the cruelty takes place behind closed doors. They don't want people to see what goes on.
It was kind of a tense situation because, you know, we don't know if there's anyone there. We don't know if we meet anyone, what sort of reaction we're going to get.
He saw sows packed into stalls so narrow they could never turn around.
I just walked around looking at these beautiful animals, huge animals, wedged into these cages.
And it's legal. Regulations allow the crates to be just 60 centimetres wide and 2 metres long. Animal rights campaigner Hans Creek shows us a farrowing crate.
So this is where she will be looking after her babies for between 4 and 6 weeks. So the mother will be confined to this crate without getting out. So she can't turn around, she can't do anything really except stand up, lie down.
So how big would the sow be in relation to this crate?
The sow actually will be touching the sides with her body.
So that's what they call a snug fit.
Yeah, absolutely. It'd be a tight fit for some of them.
You look into their eyes and they were either despairing, terrified, lost. It was absolutely harrowing. They were chewing the bars. These pigs were chewing the bars. Froth was coming out of their mouth and they were screaming. And they were... It was like they were screaming for you to help them. They were just looking at you, terrified but hopeful. It was just harrowing and disgusting.
The turning point came after Mike King's contract ended with the pork board.
On Christmas Eve last year, they fired me. The reason they gave me for letting me go was they are spending a lot of money fighting legislation that is about to be introduced, and they just ran out of money.
But he insists his change of heart is not because he lost his job.
If I had known this was going on, I would never have supported this. I firmly believe that anyone who sees this would say that this has to stop.
After he split with the board, he saw a video on pig farming.
It was a pig farm in New Zealand, and what I saw was disgusting.
G'day, Mike.
How are you, mate?
Good to see you.
It was published by the animal rights group SAFE.
Well, we always believed that Mike probably would be one of the many New Zealanders out there who's simply not aware about what was going on. I've been on farms
They
where
took the
when pigs
chance to
standing
put him in the
outside,
picture.
to actually touch. I've seen pigs being put in these crates for the first time of their lives, when they're actually probably about that size, when they're going for the first time. And they fight those bars.
Safe Director Hans Creek is a former SPCA inspector.
They throw themselves around, they bite, they want to come out.
I said, well, I'd like to go and have a look at one. Can we arrange it? And he actually said, well, we should approach the pork board. And I said, well, not really, because, you know, what are they going to do? Dress the prisoners up in nice clothes and give them a wash and feed them, and, you know. So a couple of weeks later, we go down the line and we break into a pig farm.
Sunday was given a first exclusive viewing.
And would you have your animals living in that? Would you?
But Mike, if it's this bad, and plainly it is, how has it been allowed to carry on for so long?
Because we didn't know what was going on. Honestly. Did you know what was going on? I didn't know what was going on. The New Zealand public didn't know what was going on. I honestly believed that our clean, green image and the way we love animals would never, ever allow that crap to go on.
As the open rescue camera rolled, Mike King recorded his own impressions.
Then we walked past, there's a dead pig. I thought it was asleep and I went to touch it, dead cold. Other pigs, you know, just looking depressed. Went out to the fattening pens. There were pigs there, couldn't even walk. Pigs that could barely stand up.
The scene left Mike King wondering, how could a farmer treat pigs like this?
I looked at my friend, who, tough guy, real tough guy, and he said to me, mate, this is average, and this guy needs a smack in the head. If you want to see what a depressed pig looks like, New Zealand, take a look.
Mike King himself suffers from chronic depression.
You can see that these pigs are depressed, and as a fellow depression sufferer, I mean, who wouldn't be living in this shit? Yeah, nice bite, big fella. You deserve it. Yeah, get one back on the humans, big guy. If these were dogs, if these were horses, if these were sheep, if these were cows, if these were goats, these people would be in jail.
That's because they'd be prosecuted under the Animal Welfare Act, which is policed by the SPCA.